I don't think it's happening. We saw the tweet earlier about, he's probably intending to re-sign where he's at. But I don't care what y'all say. I am a fan of Mr. Lavine. Gianni, that was directly to you. Love you so much. Um, and I'm looking at this, and the first thing that jumps out to me is the how varied it is, how spread out it is, how much he's doing, whatever it is that he's doing in other sectors of the floor. Um, he has a lot of splaying out happening at the 3 point line too, especially on that left side. I don't know what all is happening over there, but there's so much happening in so many places. And I think here's it's interesting too. Like if you like zoom your eyes out a bit and kind of like focus on the middle but not focus, you can like it's like this funnel that's
Mm-hmm.
happening toward the rim. And so we know that he's an athletic freak, so we know he's finishing well around the rim. But in that gap, right, like in that little sliver in the like roll alley, like in the slip
Right.
lane, he appears to be active in there too. Him versus the switch. And then Miami plays a bunch of switching defenses. The league is switching defenses. I don't think that he switched the chart, but there's a chart for Zach against the switch, and then him against the drop, which I don't even know that I'm thinking of Zach. I wouldn't have thought of Zach up until this season as someone that I wouldn't not play in the drop. But
Mm-hmm.
he's improved his shooting. He's improved his handle. And the first four of his clips, I don't even have maybe one or definitely not more than one of him taking jump shots. He's taking a lot of jump shots. They run him off of a lot of
Mm-hmm.
action that we run people like Duncan and Tyler off of. And this is a dude who's far more athletic, springy, and like I said, improved off the dribble. So G, go ahead into his clips. Um, First one, oh, Zach versus the switch, Zach versus the drop. Um, Thanks. Go ahead. They were. Yeah, it's fine. Go to the start me up. So he's coming down, right? We're just going left. I take the bump off the glass. It's a finish.
you know, it's so
Right.
simple, but you need someone who
There's a
can run a delayed break
yes. Yes.
besides who you already have.
Right.
Like you need
Yes.
someone else who can get the ball,
What talk about
hesitate for a second
yep.
to just scan the floor. Did you notice
There you
that
go.
slight
Yep.
hesitation? And I
Go
don't
ahead.
think the hesitation was I'm trying to freeze you. I'm trying to see what's in front of me.
I'm reading. I'm
Yep.
reading. I'm seeing what's about to happen. I see where this defense is coming from. I know I got this little pocket of space over here to the left. I'm taking the bump, and I'm finishing. Um, Go to the next one. Really, really slithery, like very. His handle is. He is someone whose handle is much improved. We're in here. I'm bringing it low, right? That I move. Space is the most important concept in
Hmm.
basketball, and it is not even really all about bodily space. Most of it is the space that the ball has to either be passed through, dribbled in, shot from, whatever. And so he found the space like below to get it to the proper side of the body that he wanted to,
Right.
and I'm up. Finishes. I think yeah, this is against Milwaukee. Um, Go to the next one, G. He is a right jab, right? I'm sweeping above this time now. I don't finish, but watch how I absorb this blow with Giannis. Like I'm strong, I'm
Hmm.
lengthy, I'm I'm lean, and so the energy, the impact is dispersed evenly. I'm not moved. I'm not bumped. I'm pretty cool.
But
Um,
but that first step though.
that's the first the jab. That's how you. From there,
Yeah.
everything else was the finishing. Um, Go again or go to
Right.
the next one.
But even
Go
I,
ahead.
I even noticed in that first clip when I don't know who it was, but
Pause, G.
whoever's setting the screen,
Go back to the
he
second one
waits.
to come
Like
off the
he's
screen.
patient.
Hmm.
Yes. He if you move too fast,
I think this
then
is it.
you get your man called for a moving screen
This
because they're still trying to set up.
this one
Like
too.
he gives it just enough time.
Oh no, that's the first. Nah, the second one right here.
This
Yeah,
one. Yeah, this one.
you
Watch
had
how
it.
he gives it just that second,
Mm-hmm. Coming off.
like right there.
Boom. Just a little giddy up. The little. Huh.
Yep. Just
It,
enough time where you give your man enough time to get his body turned to be able to move to the basket without being called for a foul.
exactly. And that's how you keep your bigs in the game. You keep them involved. You keep them, like you said, out of foul trouble. Go ahead to the next one. And then this pause. So from this angle, I actually love this angle. I don't like watching it in the game, but it's a great angle to see the floor. You can see where the gaps of space is, and that
Mhm.
same kind of crossbody dribble that I've been talking about, that Tyler has, that Donovan has. Um, I love the fluidity in his though, and I think a lot of people think that Zach is fraudulent, maybe in his offensive abilities because it feels like he plays. I don't know, so pretty, maybe, I don't know, or I don't know. Like it's he doesn't play with a lot of, I don't know, force or banging in his offensive game. But why do
Right.
that when I'm better at the other things than you? Go ahead, press play. Coming here left to right. I'm just getting it over to the right side. I don't make the layup. I don't know. I can't tell if it got blocked or not. I have my screen minimized a bit, but just the move coming
Right.
off the screen. I know where the space is, and I'm capable. I'm able to get over there.
Well, he has such good body control.
Yeah, that's natural. You can you there's Jimmy has fantastic body control, but Jimmy's body doesn't move the way that
Mhm.
Zach moves. You can have great body control in all types of bodies, but if they move mechanically different, they just do. We don't have anyone on Miami who moves the kind of way that Zach does. And again, to round him out, a couple looks at what he looks like defensively. Um, so again, not great feet, but not as quick and like feeling
Right.
kind of Donovan's was, and
His
it's
length helped
gradual.
him.
And that his length is always going to help. He has to learn better to play with his length. His hips
Mhm.
are too high. He's standing too straight up. He should sit down a bit. This is why Duncan Robinson is so handsy, because he has poor balance in his hips when he's on defense. He's like off balance, and so he's off balance and has bad defensive feet. And
Right.
so for Duncan, this is a foul.
Yeah.
Um, but for someone like Zach, right, that's still not great, like otherworldly defense, but he has the body
Right.
control, the athleticism to be a good defender. You can go to the last one. Um, but here, though, we see, pieces of what's happening.
Down the shot clock.
Yeah.
Holiday
He's dancing.
over
He's dancing,
Levine.
right?
He's dancing.
Cha-cha, really at the elbow. Kind of for no reason. Like, and
The
he's
shot
he's
clock.
lost
Holiday
on the
over Levine.
as
He's
soon
lost
as
on the pass.
he's
That
lost on the
what
pass, like
Look
on
at
the
this.
cut to this little spot is, he's lost here.
Well, cuz
And
he's ball watching.
yep, go ahead, boom. And then when I
Down the
go to
shot clock.
recover, I'm
Holiday
recovering
over
back to where
Levine.
I thought you were, and not where you clearly have come from and are now going somewhere else.
Down on the shot
And
clock.
so now
Holiday
I got an answer
over
because I was
Levine.
like, fuck.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's exactly it.
Down on the
He
shot
got
clock.
too deep,
Holiday
and his
over
feet are
Levine.
just crossing over. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. But, that rounds them out. Tiff, give me your closing thoughts on some of the guys that we talked about today. Um well, I'm gonna ask you just a couple random questions.
Okay.
And this is no jab at anybody. If it was, I kind of wouldn't care, but it's not like